morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming in. Guys, has the trend changed, or we're seeing a little consolidation here? A little sell-off, or a lot of a sell-off all day yesterday on most of the coins, including some of our favorite altcoins. So the question here is, has that bullish trend reversed, or are we just consolidating here with a bit of a sell-off? Let me know. Drop a comment. We'll be checking that out. Let me go ahead and turn off these coins, these bills, and check out the math over here. Fantom under pressure there at 48 cents after topping off like at 55 just a few days ago. But the technicals are still reading buy. You can see we've really shot up, and now we're getting a pullback. The trend seems to be still northward, but we got a strong eye on it. I got to say, we're on the threshold right now. Look at the technicals. Technicals are still reading strong buy for the 1 day. They're still favorable for the 1 week. And also for the 1 month. For the 1 month, they're extremely strong. But, you know, still strong for the 1 day. And instead of the USDT, I like to check out, you know, Fantom against ETH, which, you know, ETH has been a little stronger than the USDT as of late. But let's check this out. Against ETH, it's up as well. So, you know, we're still on buy. So, you know, I'm holding my positions, although I got hammered on Spirit. I'm not going to lie. Spirit really dumped overnight. I got hammered. You know, we made gains on Spirit. We made some good calls because it went up. But yesterday, that's the thing with these small cap coins, guys. You know, they go up fast and they dump fast. So, you know, you got to be prepared for that. Down 15%. I'm glad, though, because, it seems like the bleeding has stopped. You know, it kind of went almost down to 0.049. So, there you go. Shout out to Buddha. What up, champ? Catching you live today. I haven't seen you for a few days. Welcome back. We're making those gains, and thanks again, you know, Buddha keeping us in the game over here, and we appreciate you. We're going to be talking about all the platforms that have been treating us well, but, you know, over the past 24 hours, the majority of things sold off, but, you know, after days of gains, it should be expected, right? So let's go ahead and go to our, you know, one of our faves right here is Tomb Finance. Everything doing all right. You know, T-Shares under pressure. T-Shares kind of getting hammered out there, but they're still at 1,000. And then you got Fantom at 49 cents. It seems like most of the bleeding is kind of stopped on Fantom and Tomb. I don't want to see it go any lower. You know, at 49, 48 is kind of, you know, that's enough. And that's what's going on. Let me actually look at the BTC trend, because that's most important, guys. Let's be honest. You know, everything follows BTC, and after BTC took a nice hit yesterday, a few hours later, you know, the altcoins start bleeding and they bled more. So let's go back to BTC USD. You see that it looks like, you know, there is some consolidation here in the price of Bitcoin. The trend is still up, though. You can see that the trend has been up since 19th of July. It still looks like a northward trend. It's just that we had a you know, substantial dippage. Let me go ahead and pull up the full featured chart, and I'll tell you guys where my thresholds are and what I'm looking at. Because, you know, be honest, like, you know, I'm measuring what I should do based on the price of Bitcoin, not based on the price of the little altcoins that I'm playing. Okay, you can see that 1 month's trend is still favorable. It's still looking like it's going northward, but we had a bit of a pullback. Now the question is if it's going to go any lower than, you know, 47. You know, I've been looking at it ever since yesterday. You know, if it falls under these highs, you know, the trend may reverse, but it looks like it's holding pretty well over there, about 4,700. I think it bottomed out there at 47,500, but you know, it was holding for a while over here at just 48 all day, but now, you know, there's an extra sell. You know, I'm questioning whether, you know, this is, you know, we're very, very close to the line, but usually that's how it goes. You know, if you go back over here, you could see, you know, we had this rise up to August 11th, and then you got that pullback, another rise, and then another pullback, and it met the last low, 13th of August, and then a week later, 19th of August, are basically the same prices. So are we going to go, like, you know, back down to maybe over here, 46, you know what I mean, to this low? I don't know, but we're very close to the line, but that's just what it, you know, that's what it is, guys. So I'm holding my position, but if I'm be honest, you know, we drop under 47, I may change my tune, because I do want to lock in the gains that we've gotten these this past week to 2 weeks. So that's what's going on. Let's continue to look here at ETH against Bitcoin and see if that's favorable. Sell, sell, sell. It says ETH against Bitcoin, sell. So that trend has broken. This is telling. This is telling because a lot of the altcoins, they like to behave like Ether does. So, keep an eye on this one. Okay? Consolidation, says Manuel. I think so, Manuel. I think I would say that there's a greater possibility that we're in a consolidation than we are on a sell-off. But I got to keep my eyes on this thing because I want to make sure that I lock in gains. Okay, I'm remembering the last bull run just a few months ago. Well, we did make some tremendous gains. We could have got out a little earlier and locked in a lot more. Hanging around for a day can cost you, another 20 to 30% on your bag sometimes. If you just hang around, it can go either way though. You know what I'm saying? We hang around today, the market may turn back up favorable, and we may be back in gains tomorrow, or we may get hammered again by the end of the day, and then so. This is crypto, never a dull day. But I got this eye here on Fantom. I'm not liking it under 50. I'll be honest with you, but it could be a consolidation after riding up so high. There's got to be a time that there's a little bit of a pullback, and maybe we're seeing that. But I can see that this low is a little bit lower than the low that we experienced on the 24th. So we'll see. Visa brought a crypto punk, really? Okay. Boom. Okay, let's keep looking at these platforms. Now, the one I got hammered the most on here is Spirit. This one is a small cap, little baby fry coin. It has a lot of potential for the upside, I think. But, here's the thing with Spirit. This past couple of weeks, they have introduced new tabs here. The portfolio, boosted farms, in Spirit, IDO. They got a lot of new stuff going on. Which really showed promise. But as soon as the market started selling yesterday, about 4 or 5 hours later, last night, this thing went from 6 cents to 5 cents. It took a higher, bigger hit than Fantom itself. But I'll be honest, let's see if this thing consolidates here and comes back around. Total value locked is only 27 million. They have a lot of development going on, and they're still ranked like 1,200. So can this thing, change trend and start heading towards 10 cents? Possibly. I have a pretty strong position here on Spirit Swap, so I'm looking at this one pretty intently. Where's DeFi going next? Starting on ETH, then BNB, then Matic, then Fantom. They're all still rolling, but who has the juice now? Right now, it seems like we're kind of consolidating to see where we're going to go. I mean, the juice, though, has been, AVAX, Solana, those things have been juicy, but on the other hand, I don't know of that many dApps that allow you to earn crazy returns there. So, it's probably more about just holding the token. But, when you're looking at Matic and Fantom, there's plenty of platforms. But don't quote me on that. I may be wrong. And that's Spirit. I clicked around over here to Spirit. You can see that they even have a new tab that leads you over to borrowing and lending, or an IDO. They got an IDO right now that they're about to launch, an IDO site, which is Fantom, the starter.investments. There it is. An incubator. And they're already cross-chain. So you can already buy start and start farming that token. So, when I see the things that Spirit seems to be rolling out, it shows promise. So, that's why I took a nice position on them, because they're a small cap. It looks like they have some potential upside. They just put this lend borrow tab. So maybe what you're seeing is some of the sell the news right now. The news is that they upgraded, and maybe some people that were sitting around on Spirit Swap ended up taking profits. I ended up doing a 4-year lockup with some Spirit after you talk about it the other day. Yeah, they just did the in Spirit thing. I haven't, I was going to do a lockup, but when I was reading is that you can only, if you lock up, you can never change your lockup again. It's permanent. So until they change the back end on the smart contract. So let's say you do a 4-year lockup, but then you want to do another 1-year lockup for less. That's it. You're locked in for 4. Anything you throw extra, it has to go to 4 years. So, I don't know. 4 years is a long time. Although, Buddha, I did a 3-year lockup, Adamant ETH LPs because, you know, the APR seems pretty attractive. Not because I think I'm going to hang out for 4 years, but because I want to receive those rewards for the next few months. At least. So moving on, we got Spirit. What else we got? Spooky. Spooky's been doing all right. I mean, they also took a hit, not as large as Spirit did, but they're down 8.31 right now after topping off like a $9, almost $10. But one thing I'm looking at is they're still about 17 Fantom for Boo. So, you know, it's not like people are dumping their Fantom, dumping their Boo for Fantom. So, you know, I'm asking myself, are we consolidating? I think it's more yes. Yo, champ, you should check out some of the DeFi protocols on Avalanche. I was just talking about it. I haven't seen that many. I haven't, you know, I see people talking about Avalanche, but where's the real gains there other than the actual coin? Now, you know, we put up vfat.tools. There's a few protocols listed there on that list, but not that many. I'll be honest with you. So, you know, I'm going to have to do the research on that. And I certainly I am paying attention. I'm conscious about it. Let's take a little peek. I mean, look at the list. You know, Trader Joe, Frost, Avalanche, Birdie. There's a handful, but compare it to Fantom. Look at the list for Fantom. The list for Fantom is like almost twice as much. So I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm definitely not that guy. But you know, something to consider. Mike is recommending Pefi or PFI, Benkai or Benki and Trader Joe. Okay. I'll leave the tab up, and you guys may want to. I'm going to link you guys to this VFAT. Where's the AVAX? $180 million rush program to incentivize. Okay, yeah, keep an eye on it. They're certainly doing well. The token itself has done better than Fantom. So kaboom. All right, we got Spooky looking all right. Tomb is all right. I'll tell you one that's been treating me pretty well, guys. One that held their position pretty well here is Tarot. The Tarot Finance. Shout out to Buddha. He told us about this. I got in this one, and I got another position. Tarot.to. Their token held very well. Go back here, Terry. They just got listed on CoinGecko just a couple days ago. Obviously, they're down. Ooh, they're getting hammered too. Down 9%. But I'll tell you this one held over the past 24 hours better than Spirit did. Boom. And Midas the dog is asking if you guys know of any faucets over there on Avalanche on AVAX. So we can get started. Yeah, let me know, guys. I'd like to know if there's any faucets or any way to just get a little AVAX in the wallet just to start testing out these platforms. What else? That's about it, guys. You know, I'm looking at this. I'm on the line. I'll be honest with you. Part of me just says, take profits and wait. But when I'm seeing Bitcoin here at 47.8, it's like right on the threshold. If it dropped under 47, I'd probably go home. But, it's kind of holding there. And I'm asking myself, do we just got to hold through today? And are we going to see a greener day tomorrow? It's potential. It's a possibility. Look at this trend. It's up, down, up, down. Are we still going to go or did we top off here? The only thing with the Terra liquidity generation event is that they locked it for a year. Yeah, they did, but it's not all locked up for a year. You start getting every day you get a portion of that. So I think I don't know. Let's just do for example, let's say I had 1,000 tokens that I have to claim. Every day I get like a few of them for the next year. And that's BTC. One thing, though, I'll tell you one thing I don't like here, guys. This is the one thing I don't like. ETH against BTC lost its trend. So ETH is already running out of... This is the one thing that I am not very happy about. ETH has already gone sell. BTC is still... ETH against Bitcoin. ETH against US dollars probably still buy. Yeah, it's still buy. But, against Bitcoin, it already fell. So Bitcoin now is taking the charge. So... is this temporary or what? I think we'll know by the end of the day. I think we'll know by the end of the day if this is just a consolidation and the trend continues, or if if this was basically a bear trap, and we're going to be stuck here in the $40,000-$50,000 range. Let's see. But looking at the chart, it doesn't seem like in the macro perspective we're going to go down yet. It certainly doesn't seem that way. I could be wrong. We did have some pumps a few months after the dumps on, let's say 2017. Let's actually look at 2017. Because there was a fake out. I remember it went from 20K to 3K, and then it said 20K down to 10K, and it pumped back up to like 15. Remember that? That was a fake out. And then people started thinking, no, we're out of the trend. And let's go back. Let's go back to the 5-year here. Let's look at this 5-year chart. This is the last bull run right here. You see this bull run way bigger than that one. So let's zoom in onto this bull run here. And this is the example. Not really. So you got the pump, that dump, the dump down to 8,000, and then the pump right back up to 11,000. This is the pump that I was telling you about. So you could see here, like when it hit to 8, people thought, oh, the trend is, it's over. It hit 11, but then it dropped back down to like 6. And then, the trend is, and then went back up to 9, almost 10. Oh, the trend, the thing's over. And then it dropped back down. And then it consolidated at 6 for a long time. And then then it really started bleeding off. So I don't see any direct, let's look at the next bull run. Yeah. This could be a fake out, guys. Look at this. Look at this top here. Okay, look at this top here. Are we here? We're going to top off. Look at this top. Are we going to, are we going to repeat this pattern? Look how it goes up, down, up here, and then back down again, and it bleeds out for a little while before going. So are we seeing that? Up here, we're going to touch this top. We're going to bleed down. So we won't make the all-time high, basically. So are we going to go bang up and down here and then kind of bleed out until the new year or until, Christmas? It's a possibility, guys. I'll tell you, it's a possibility. It is a possibility. Look at this macro perspective here. And when you look at it like this, I don't see how we're going to top off 60,000 on this wave. It looks like we got to go down before we go back up. Comparing it, obviously comparing it to this. See, this is what I'm comparing it to this. I think we're right here. We're somewhere around right here during the bull run. We lost about half. We went from 20 down to 8, so more than half, and then back up to 11. This was the excellent time to get out right here. So I don't know. Looking at this macro, I think this wave, this may be the top of that wave, and we may go down again to 30 before we go back up. I don't know, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. But, that's zooming out on the macro. Now, if you look at the 1 day, though, or maybe just look at the 1 month. The 1 month still looks favorable. It's even the 3 month. Even the 3 month looks favorable. So I got to say, we're on right on that line. This is the threshold where you got to ask yourself, am I going to take the risk to make that extra, or am I just going to lock in what we got for the past 2 weeks? You know what I mean? Manuel says September BTC at 60K. Maybe. Another way to look at it is I could just take my profits now and just wait. If we break 50,000 and just get back in it, and all we've missed was the gap here. You know what I mean? That's another way to look at it. Manuel seems to think we're consolidating. Guys, let me know. What do you think? We're consolidating, or we're going to go a little bit, we kind of topped off for this run? I don't know. Looking at the macro perspective, guys, look at that year. Let's go to the year to date. It looks, the year to date, it looks like this wave kind of is topping off here. Yeah, when in doubt, pull out. And I got to be honest, I'm looking at the pull out here. It looks like we may. And again, I'm not bearish. I'm just talking about in the short run. Like, what's going to happen in the next week or two. Will we top off here? I don't know. Where's Adamant at? Adamant's been acting like a stable coin lately. What, $28? $29 has been stuck there for a while. And those gains on Adamant, I'm not going to lie, they've been doing all right. Yeah, $28. Yeah, I got a 3-year over there as well. How about Hex? How's Hex doing? When Bitcoin does a little bad, there goes Hex. It's back there. Yeah, Hex there pretty much at all-time highs. There's lots of big news for crypto. Even Argentinian's president talking about it. Yeah. Listen, I mean, as far as the mid to long term, I mean, I'm extra bullish. We're going to go to Bitcoin all-time highs sooner than later. I'm just saying what's going to happen in the next week or two. That's all. I think we'll trade sideways for another week or so before we die slowly, simply because there's too much negative sentiment in the world right now, and the powers that be have little incentive to push the price up. Then we rise again soon. You may be right. I don't know. Like, I think no one really knows. I think we're literally at that threshold. So since we're at that threshold, you got to look at your bag and ask yourself, should I, go ahead and take these gains and be happy with what I got? And if the market should go up and we crack 50, you just jump back into the game? Or are you saying, things are going to swing back up in a few days and this is an opportunity to buy the dip and to reinvest? And it's worth, holding. I'm kind of 50-50 right now. Getting into the stream, I was a little more positive, but when I start zooming out and looking at the overall trend, I'm starting thinking, sheesh, maybe the next coming week is a pullback. I don't know. And again, this is why I always say to you guys, I'm not your crypto daddy. This is all my opinion. I don't know what I'm doing. And so does Midas. He says, total guess, unless they're an obvious play, I'll probably just buy BTC and chill. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to buy BTC and chill. If I get out of the play, I'm going to get into complete safety, which is stablecoins. But I'll tell you one thing I was thinking about. If you're holding a bag of stablecoins as we were before, and we already identified that the market was warming up, the first thing you should do is just buy a long-term, buy BTC Ether for long-term. Right when we started moving all those stable coins into Fantom and all these little altcoins, at that moment when it was 40K Bitcoin, 42, 43 Bitcoin, we should have just, just buy it to hold for the long term. So I think that the buying of the long-term buy should be at the beginning of the run, not when, things could go down more. It's harder though, because, who wants to buy Bitcoin when things are going up, when you could go ahead and buy an altcoin that may 5X on you? You see what I'm saying? Anything could happen. Yeah, anything could happen. So, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm 50-50, guys. I am 50-50. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, do I just cash out right now and just wait for the few days to see if the trend changes? Because, the possibility things can go up and I can make more gains, or just be like, we've made some good gains in the past couple of weeks. Let's lock it in. If the trend keeps going, if the trend reverses and goes northward, we crack 50K, then, you can jump back into the game. I don't know. I'm starting to lean into the take profits stablecoin bag right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll keep you guys posted though. I'll let you guys know, what I really did in the morning tomorrow, but anything could happen. It certainly doesn't look that bad. I'm not, I don't want to FUD it either. I'm just looking at it like I want to make sure we lock something in. I'm not here to see what happens, to hang around too longer. I'm not in love with the tech or nothing like that. I'm talking about where are my gains. Let me make sure we lock and load. Today's the type of day you need to check the charts every hour. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it has been since yesterday, honestly. Since yesterday, since about the ending of the stream yesterday, we were at 48 the entire day. We touched down 47,500. We went back up to 48. We held during the night, and now we're below 48 again. Now it's like, this is decisive times. Unless we got to break out of this trend and go above 48 again. Pull that 1 day again. I'll tell you what I don't like. Yeah, look at that. You see? Look at that. Look at that 1 day. We went up for today, and now we're pulling back again. So, we'll probably bottom off here. 47, we'll try to inch back up, but it seems like the high was, that was it. The high was the high. At least for yesterday, Look at that sell-off from yesterday, guys. Oh, you don't see the screen. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. So, yeah, look at the sell-off yesterday. Finally hit that bottom yesterday at 4,700. But now we're selling off again. So, sheesh. Yeah, so in summary, I started the stream being a little bit more bullish than bearish, but looking at the charts, I'm starting to be a little more bearish than bullish. This is specifically for the short term. I'm talking about the short term for me is like a week, 2 weeks the most. The short term could be a day. So for the short term, I'm starting to feel, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Yeah, keep an eye on it, but I'm not liking the sell-off, guys. Next green candle, we probably get out of here. Look at that red candle. Yeah, certainly not a... Yeah, that red candle is looking like yesterday's red sound. So there goes some green on the buying, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I may get out of here, guys. Yeah, let me know. Drop a comment. ETH going down is a really bad sign. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. But look, this sell-off in the past hour, 47.8 down to 47.4. This is not happy. And again, no FUD. I mean, if you're a BTC holder, if you're an ETH holder for the long gun for the month, I mean, even if for the week, look at the 1 day still looks favorable. Look at the 1 week. It still looks good. I'm just saying, to get ahead of things. Yeah, on that note, guys, I'll leave it at that. Drop a comment if you're watching this video a few hours into the future and let me know what your play is. But, let's see. I'll probably start taking some profits, if not all. I'll be honest with you, just to see what happens. Because, yeah, if it does consolidate, and then it starts going back up, we can always jump back in, It's not about timing the top or timing the bottom. It's about, making sure that you're following the trend. You can never be perfect with the top or the bottom. You're always going to leave something on the table. And on that note, guys, I'm out. Shout out to all the boomers. Game and Met Max, Midas the dog, Manuel Herrera. Anything could happen. You got it. I'll stay focused. I'll stay tuned in. We'll be watching the charts all day long. And, drop a comment and let me know what your play is. But, yeah, these are the times, guys. You got to make these decisions. And, this is where you separate the men from the mice, the pigs from the poodles, the feast from the famine. Which side are you on? Stay strong. Drop a comment. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thank you for boom.